Welcome one and all. Welcome back to the Easy and Delicious Kitchen here today, where I'm going to be making that beautiful Chinese barbecue style pork, otherwise known as Char Siu pork. And first thing I'm going to do is get a marinade happening, and it's going to be a fairly long marinade. There's no wimping out on this one, probably overnight. So let's get on with it. First thing I've got here, about a tablespoon of Chinese cooking wine, Char Siu. I've got about 8 cloves of garlic that I've just minced. I've got about a tablespoon of oyster sauce. Tablespoon of soy sauce, that's the light soy sauce. Same of honey. Yummo. Get it all in there. Now I'm just going to add a little slug, probably about the same tablespoon or two of hoisin sauce, like so. Now just a little tiny bit of our dark soy sauce, so only about a teaspoon of that. That's really strong, just like that. We've got 2 teaspoons of Chinese 5-spice. We've got half a teaspoon of white pepper and 2 teaspoons of sugar. In they go. Now last, but certainly not least, I've got some red bean sauce, and that's that fermented sort of curd Chinese sauce. So it looks like that in the jar. And what I want is a couple of pieces of the curd, which look like that, along with some of that red juice. Looks like I'm getting 3 pieces of the curd. Yeah, some of that red juice, and that's going to act not only for flavour but our colouring as well. Now some people, instead of doing that, would add food colouring. I'm not adding food colouring to mine, in fact. So, sort of just mash those beans up a bit, stir everything else in. Once you've got that powder and everything all mixed up, it doesn't have to be perfect. Stuff out of the way. I've got here a bag which I'm going to be using to marinate my meat in. Open that up. Now I've got 2 of these yummy looking pork fillets, and they're nice long sort of slender bits. 1, 2. In with our marinade, and make sure you scrape it all in, because some of that honey might be sitting on the bottom there. We want it all in there. Yeah, give it a good jiggle around, and that can go into the fridge at least overnight. At least a couple of hours, but overnight's better. Alrighty, so I've got my pork fillets here that have been marinating away for a good 24 hours in my bag. Now, I have to disclose, after I finished filming, I remembered I'd missed two fairly important ingredients that I was showing you on that video. So I'll just tell you what else I added. I added a good half a cup of chopped spring onions, or scallions as you call them in America, and I also added 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, and then I obviously mixed it all up again. So yeah, sorry about that. Now let's open this bag up. And the smell coming out of that bag is delicious, even though it's raw pork at the moment. What I'm going to add next is I've just got 2 teaspoons of corn flour. I'm going to throw that in. And once that corn flour is in there, I'm just going to give it another squeeze around, mix it all up. Alrighty. So I'm going to be cooking this in the oven today, and I've just got my deepish oven pan there with a bit of a trivet on it, which is balancing precariously. The reason I want a trivet is because I want to put in some water. Because I'm using pork fillet today, it hasn't got as much fat as some of the other cuts like neck and shoulder and that, so that water will help to keep our pork moist. Now let's get our pieces out. There's one. Now again, this marinade here, that I've added the corn flour to, I'm actually going to reserve that. You know, some recipes will tell you not to do that for safety reasons, but yeah, I'm going to baste my pork fillets a few times during the cooking with this, as long as you keep cooking it after you finish doing that for a bit longer, to kill off any potential for bacteria or whatever. It's no problem. Well, if you don't want to do that, don't do it. Alright, I've got my oven preheating to 200 degrees Celsius. I'm going to put this in for the first cook. All up, I think it's only going to take, because they are small fillets, probably about maybe 30 minutes at the most. Alrighty, I'll get back to you. Alrighty guys, so yeah, this has been cooking for a little while now in the oven. As you saw, I gave her another polish of the marinade. This is going to be the final bit of marinade, and this time I'm only putting it on the top because I'm only going to be cooking this on the grill now, or the broiler, just to char it up and get a nice little final bit of glaze on top. Alrighty guys, so that's my Char Siu recipe, barbecue pork, Chinese style barbecue pork, all done and finished. Just turned out delicious. Alrighty, I'll just taste a bit. Oh man, that is so delicious and just tastes exactly how I wanted it to turn out. Now, Char Siu pork, or Char Siu, is sometimes, well, it's a bit of a stepping stone to many other recipes in Chinese cuisine. So, but yeah, it's delicious just by itself, don't get me wrong. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks to those who subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, can I just ask you hit that subscribe button, and man, can't wait to sit down and eat some of this, and I'll see you all next time.